only debuted for Australia at 36, so I had 18 years in domestic cricket. I kept motivated because I wanted to reach that goal of playing for Australia, and it took a long time. Started with playing with my brother and dad in the backyard. From the age of about 3, my brother's 6 years older, so he used to teach me cricket in the backyard, and as I got older I became a bit more competitive and wanted to beat him, and my dad used to play as well. I remember early Saturday mornings he used to play like under 12s cricket, which I used to go watch as a 3 or 4 year old and walk around the boundary with a bat and ball and playing with myself. So I think those memories certainly resonate with me and definitely the way I got into cricket. Yeah, I was very fortunate to be identified as a potential high-level cricketer when I was quite young, and played in a lot of domestic state underage carnivals, and was 3 years in the Australia under-19 setup, and we had one tour to Pakistan when I was 16, a World Cup in South Africa, and a tour to England. So I was lucky for 3 years in a row to go on touring with the Australian teams. Had some unbelievable coaches. Alan Border was one of our coaches, Rod Marsh was one of our coaches. So to be able to learn from some of those people and to play with players at a high level of your own age, I ended up playing a lot with and against domestically or for Australia, was a great experience. I got picked up in the auction, the IPL, on the back of having a good Champions League. When the Champions League was on here, I was playing for the South Australian Redbacks team, and we actually had quite a lot of upsets. We beat Bangalore, we beat Mumbai Indians in the tournament when it was in South Africa, and on the back of that tournament I think my form there helped me get picked up in the IPL auction for the Kochi Tuskers, and they only were around for 1 year. Unfortunately they got kicked out after 1 year, and so I only got a chance to play 1 year of IPL. Thoroughly enjoyed it, played with some fantastic players. Only debuted for Australia at 36, so I had 18 years in domestic cricket, but in some ways it made it a little bit more satisfying, even though personally would have loved to have played a lot more. But to know that you worked really hard and had the discipline to train, I think that's really helped me later in life as well, post-cricket, to know the hard work that it takes to sort of break into whether it's cricket or whether it's work outside of cricket. So they were great memories to play. I played my first game for Australia at the MCG in front of my whole family, so that was something I'll never forget. Giants Army, bring it on.